Exhale.
Breathe.
Breathe.
Believe.
Breathe.
Be free.
Breathe. Inside. Heart. Align. Breathe. Inside.
Peace, everyone.
Greetings and goodbye, y'all.
Welcome to Divine Circumstances. My name is Daisha Myers. I'm also known as Divine Marie. I am a mental health advocate, a holistic health and wellness coach, a certified Reiki master, and a self-taught plant-based cook. I focus on serving individuals to help them feel balanced in all areas such as mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional. I am also a writer, poet, and songwriter, and have been writing since about 10 years old, and it's my way of free expression.
That's right. And I am Circumstantial Saint, a poet, musician, music and visual producer, writer, storyteller, historian, and author. I seek to help preserve, elevate, and transmit the oral traditions, the history and culture of our people. And I also seek to help elevate and better connect our people, whether through information, social justice work, activism, advocacy, or organizing, or vibration.
Absolutely. So we take on many roles naturally to ensure that the cultural heritage of the community is not lost, and so that future generations can learn from it.
Y'all know what it is. It's Divine Circumstances. And we want to know what makes you flow, what makes your flow divine, and which circumstances grow you to align. This is a web show and podcast, part open mic, part healing session, where we want to hear your work and then break it down, listen to what inspired you to write or think of your piece, or what it is about as it may pertain to a topic that we may be having for the evening or not.
Yeah, so we are live every other Thursday at 8 p.m. But remember, you can watch us anytime on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And we would love for you to join us. So hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss future sessions. We really love when folks engage with us so we can all learn and grow together.
That's right.
Yes, and you can follow me on Facebook under Divine Marie, or reach out to me by email, divinemarieartist@gmail.com. And you can find my music on Bandcamp and all other streaming platforms.
That's right. And you can also follow me on pretty much the same platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok stuff, and as well Bandcamp, which is a great way to connect with artists, independent artists like ourselves. You get exclusive content that you don't get anywhere else, really. So definitely check out our platforms and subscribe to us, y'all.
Yes, so I am excited to get into today's episode. We are doing a chakra series, for those of you that don't know. And today we're going to be talking about the throat chakra. So let's get into what the throat chakra is. So the throat chakra, also known as, I believe, is Vishuddha in Sanskrit, is one of the 7 main energy centers in the body according to Hindu and Buddhist spiritual traditions. It's located in the throat area around the thyroid gland and is associated with communication, self-expression, creativity, and speaking one's truth. When the throat chakra is balanced, one can express themselves clearly and authentically, can communicate effectively, and listen attentively. However, imbalances in this chakra can manifest as difficulty expressing oneself, fear of speaking, or even over-talkativeness?
That's a load right there that I think we could take some time throughout tonight's episode to like pick a part of it, because there's parts of that that I do want to touch on. I think it's very important. That's a really, the throat chakra, at least for me, the past few years has been one of my favorite chakras. It's
Me
one that has
too.
really been calling to me for many reasons, I guess. And I think that it's one that is a very important chakra. They're all important, of course. However, I think that in today's day and age, a lot of people have varied means of communication, or not enough, or too much. And I think that this is a very crucial, critical topic to discuss. So I'm very grateful, first off, and happy that we are covering this, because I think that a lot of people can actually not only learn from this, but I think a lot of people will have a lot to offer to this specific topic when it comes to the throat chakra, but a lot of the things that you just discussed there. So
For sure.
I want to talk about the balanced throat chakra, and I guess what it looks like when it manifests, right? So there's several ways. So this touches on some of the things you talked about, like clear communication. So individuals with a balanced throat chakra can express themselves clearly, honestly, and confidently. That's a big one. They can communicate their thoughts, feelings, and needs effectively without fear or hesitation. And when you're in that bag, you're in that bag, and can't no one tell you shit, because you are exuding purpose. You're so calm when it just flows like butter when it comes out, but it's because you already had it set up. Do you know what I mean? And I think
Yeah.
that everyone has felt that at some point in their life. So
Right.
another big thing that I knew we were going to work out through this anyway, that I wanted to touch on, that you touched on, was the listening part. Active listening is a
Yes.
big part of having a balanced chakra, because if you're not listening to the person that is speaking energy out to you, you don't know what you're consuming in, because when someone's spitting sound waves at you, it's vibrations, it's frequencies, it's energy. We all have I won't get into all the different layman's terms, but like, or the big words, but we all have energy around us. We're all in big bubbles, so to speak. Everyone has an individual bubble, right? So when someone's speaking to you and you don't know the energy that's coming at you because you didn't properly analyze it, you're taking in energy that maybe you didn't need, and it will overload you. So being a good listener, and being able to attentively listen to others without interrupting or judging, and valuing communication as a two-way process, and being open to hearing different perspectives,
That part.
right, that part is
Yes.
what makes an active listener. I think that I really do think this is one of the most crucial parts of having a balanced throat chakra, is the listening part. Mm-hmm.
Love how it says, and able, to process and open to hearing different perspectives. Because I feel like a lot of people are so set on one perspective, or their perspective is the only perspective that's right. No, you have to be open to hearing what everybody has to say without judgment. Why are we judging people? Like, just allow others to express themselves freely, listen to their perspective. Although your perspective may differ from theirs, it doesn't mean that anybody's right or wrong.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And to add to that, I think that it gives us a layer of some of the meaning of life, right? Because
Right.
we're supposed to be moving through life and learning different things as we go along. And if we're not listening to others' perspectives and seeing how they see the world, because we all see the world differently, how are we going to have, more of a refined outlook on life, or be, as the key is, grateful for life?
Right. Right.
authentic. I'm gonna read all the balance, and I'm gonna let you read the imbalances.
Okay.
Authentic expression. People with a balanced throat chakra are authentic in their expression. They speak their truth with integrity, and their words align with their beliefs and values. They're not afraid to express themselves creatively or share their unique perspectives with the world.
I love that one, especially the integrity part.
Mhm.
That has been a big word for me lately, and I have really been focusing on my integrity and making sure that I am keeping to my word. And I read the book, The Four Agreements. I don't know if you heard of
Yeah.
that book,
hmm
but the first agreement is be impeccable with your word. And the author
hmm
literally states, if you can master that agreement, everything else will flow.
Yes.
So, yes, being impeccable and having integrity with your word is so important.
I have nothing to say to that. Because it's fucking
And
facts. It's facts.
that can
Um,
be, it can be a hard, that can be, I know it can be a hard one. That can be tough. And it's something that I'm still working through. Like now, like I'm learning that I have to basically, as you know, they say now, stand on business. Like you have to stand on business. Mean what you say and say
it's
what you
crazy
mean.
that a lot of times we be on the same page with shit in different ways,
Mhm.
but like the same page, you know what I mean? And I feel like
Yeah.
this right here is something that, authentic expression is something that I am at the same point, like I'm sitting in and saying, okay, beating my chest, this is me, take it or leave it. If you think I'm an asshole, think that. I know me completely. You can
Mhm.
stalk me, you can harass me, you can just simply not like me for whatever reason. I'm not doing any above and beyond to appease anyone. And I spent a long time doing that. And so, some people, we all have struggles with different aspects of life at different points of life.
Yeah.
And for me, this is one of those things that I'm learning, that I'm breaking free from, and saying, okay, I declare I am John Tell, you know?
I love
Mhm.
that.
uh, Creative expression. This chakra is associated with creativity. So individuals with a balanced throat chakra may also be drawn to creative pursuits such as writing, speaking, singing, or other forms of artistic expression. And we can tap
Love
into our
it.
creative energy and channel it into meaningful outlets. Um,
Yeah.
when you are stressed, when you are depressed, when you are angry, when you are not thinking clearly, those are a lot of times the best times to be creative and express something. And that is you still speaking through your throat chakra. Just because you're not physically speaking doesn't mean that it's not associated with your throat chakra. And that's something I did want to touch on for people, is that chakras aren't always aligned necessarily with the physical um organs. They are, but there's other aspects and components to that that are abstract and not so physical. And so that is one thing there that I think is important for people to know. This is
It's
very key.
all in all, it's energy.
Right.
So yeah.
um we just had a big talk about this, and so I think that we definitely, for viewers, have to do an entire episode about boundaries,
Oh
because
yes.
I have a song about boundaries.
Yes.
I actually know a poet that is big on like talking about boundaries too, Complex Angel, and I would
Oh, I love
love
her.
to
Love
have
her
her on the
work.
show, and y'all finally get to like chop it
Yeah.
up like on our show. Do you know what I mean? That would be
That would
really
be
dope.
so awesome. Yes, we should ask
Mhm.
her.
Yes, and I know she'll
Mhm.
be on board. It's just a matter of getting the dates right, but yeah.
Yeah, the
Um,
timing.
mhm. Healthy boundaries are very important, and I'm learning that right now as I go through this
Yeah.
era in my life, that boundaries are very important and are a form of self-love and self-care, as like we were discussing. So someone who has a balanced throat chakra has a healthy sense of boundaries in communication, and they know when to speak up and assert themselves, keyword being assert themselves, and when to listen and respect the boundaries of others. So they communicate assertively without being aggressive or passive. So you want to have that Goldilocks zone of being just true, just being
Right.
authentic. You're not
Yeah.
trying to overcompensate. You're not trying to be an asshole at the same time. You're just being genuine and saying, look, this is what it is. These are my boundaries. I'm not disrespecting. I need you to respect them. Simple as that. Is healthy. It is healthy. And so this actually ties right into it. I like this. So balanced throat chakra individuals have a sense of self-confidence in their ability to communicate effectively and express themselves authentically. So they trust their voice and know that their words have value and impact. So when you have that confidence to say, because you've already thought about what you're saying, you have the components matched up, you've got the energy matched up to boot, when you go to spew it out, it's all rolled up in a nice tight package. How can someone not accept that gift?
Exactly. Right. So I love those. Those were all really great ones of ways that a balanced throat chakra manifests. But let's get into the imbalance ways that a throat chakra can manifest. So one
Mm,
would be difficulty expressing oneself. Individuals may struggle to articulate their thoughts, feelings, and needs clearly. They might feel tongue tied, have a fear of speaking in public, or find it challenging to express themselves authentically. That's, yes, that can be a tough one.
been there.
Expressing, yes, me too. Me too. So, communication issues. There may be frequent misunderstandings, conflicts, or lack of effective communication in relationships. People with an imbalanced throat chakra may struggle to listen actively, interrupt frequently, or have trouble expressing themselves without being overly aggressive or passive. And I like how it says like overly aggressive or passive because it could be either or.
Mm-hmm.
Like either if you're too far to either side, it can be an issue. Suppress creativity. Creativity may feel blocked or stiffened. They may have ideas but struggle to bring them into fruition due to a lack of confidence or fear of judgment. I feel like that one also relates to the solar plexus as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because the solar plexus is all about like your self confidence. And so, yes, that just shows that all the chakras, they have to be aligned. Um, Inauthentic expression. Individuals may resort to dishonesty, exaggeration, or withholding information to avoid confrontation or disapproval. They may also struggle with people pleasing behavior, saying what they think others want rather than speaking their truth. And that has been an issue in my life.
Oh, me too. Me
Mhm.
too.
That has been an issue in my life. I was people pleasing for a long time. And even still, sometimes I find myself struggling with it. It's like, oh, I want to like kind of beat around the bush because I don't want to hear what they have to say, if they're going to like disapprove or whatever. But it's like, you just have to speak your truth. I know sometimes like it might feel difficulty. You might have like that gut feeling, those butterfly feelings, like scared, but once you just release it, you'll feel so much better.
It really does
Physical,
physically weigh you down,
it does,
you
it
know?
does, it does. And I'm the kind of person that I feel it all in my gut, all in my solar plexus area.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have to get this out. I have
Yeah.
to. Because yeah, it just really messes you up. Um, Okay, physical symptoms. Physical manifestations of an imbalanced throat chakra can include throat related issues such as sore throat, hoarseness, thyroid problems, neck pain, or tension in the jaw or shoulders. I could feel that. Difficulty setting boundaries. There may be challenges in asserting oneself and establishing healthy boundaries in relationships. Individuals with an imbalanced throat chakra might struggle to say no, fear rejection, or feel guilty for asserting their needs. I had trouble with that one for a long time, and I had to work through that as well.
Oh yeah, me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
Hmm.
I want to say that like the common theme of the imbalance. There's a kind of person that you can identify. You know, the person in school that was the anxious hermit, or the really the people that got picked on. You know,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
stereotype. There's a stereotype there. However, there's truth that lies in stereotypes sometimes. And with this one, a lot of people that have an imbalance to their throat chakra do naturally have anxiety. And I think that's probably one of the symptoms.
Yes, because you're not speaking your truth and it just makes you anxious. I feel like a lot of it comes from childhood though. I personally, for me, the issue that I had with my throat chakra having some blockages is feeling like in childhood I wasn't able to express myself, or when I did express myself, I was judged or like shut down. So I feel like, everything stems from your childhood, as we know, but I really feel like that's a big one. And like you said, like kids that get picked on in school or stuff like that, that's them, that's a childhood trauma. And it leads to you feeling like, I can't be myself because people are gonna pick on me or think that I'm weird or whatever. And once you just like let go of that fear, it's just be your most authentic self, no matter what anyone thinks.
You will thank yourself later.
You will, yes, you will. You definitely will. Okay, so lack of self confidence. They may lack confidence in their ability to communicate effectively or express themselves authentically. This lack of self assurance can hinder personal growth and professional growth. And lastly, overly dominant communication. On the other
Mm,
hand, an overactive throat chakra can result in overly dominant or aggressive communication styles where individuals dominate conversations, speak without listening to others, or impose their views forcefully. And I know we all know some people like that.
look, I struggle with it. And I
Yeah.
think, and I know exactly where it comes from. You know, if you have a deficit and you get all this stuff,
Yeah.
you hoard the excess. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah,
And I think that it takes a little bit of going through life and learning more things to understand that you have to find that balance. And so, like,
for sure.
when you know better, you do better. It doesn't mean that you're gonna automatically, oh, it's good now. I'm good. I'm all good. I'm not gonna be out here like dominating conversations. It doesn't work that way. So it's a
Right.
constant working at it and being
It
cognizant
is.
of, hey, like, how am I expressing myself, but how am I also letting someone else express themselves so that I get a full perspective, you know?
But like that last part, being like overly dominant is when you're really just in your ego and letting your
Mm-hmm.
ego take over. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a conscious effort every day to like turn your ego over and just like allow that presence of your higher self
Yeah.
speak through you.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're just going to be in your ego all day about everything. And I feel like that can be on either side. That can be on the over dominant or even the passive side. Like either one, you're still in your ego. Like you just got to get out of it.
Yo, we definitely I think in particular, like there's different pieces about the overbalance and the underbalance that I think we could pick apart and do whole topics about too. Like even
Yeah.
this the overly dominant communication, I think is a really big one.
Yeah.
That plays into like toxic masculinity, but also just people having big-headed egos in general. And we all have been there in some level or another. And so, like,
Yeah.
how do we balance that? And us, sharing and talking about how we go about balancing that would be a great topic. Yeah.
Yes, that's definitely a good topic.
Oh, is it me now?
Yes. It is you.
Um, so healing your throat chakra involves various practices aimed at restoring balance and harmony to the energy center for your throat chakra. So there are several techniques you can try. Mindfulness meditation is one. So regular meditation can help calm the mind, reduce stress, and bring awareness to the throat chakra. Focus on your breath and visualize a bright blue light glowing in your throat area, balancing and cleansing the chakra.
Oh yeah, that's something we forgot to mention. The color that is associated with the throat chakra is blue. So that's why it says like picture that blue light, flowing through that area.
And blue's my favorite color. Like I can't
Yes,
get enough of blue.
I love
Yeah.
blue.
Oh yeah, and we also have a little session that you're gonna do with for us, right? A singing bowl.
Yes, I'll do that
Bet.
before I do the affirmations at the end.
Awesome, awesome. And then we also have the Urban Conservative could not make the show to be with us. However, he did send us a poem that he wanted to share with everyone. So we do have that to share with you all as well. And
Awesome.
I do have some stones that I want to get into in a second. After we
Okay.
finish all well, not in a second, but after we finish all this stuff, I just wanted to remember that.
Yes. Yes.
Chanting and mantras are also really great for healing the throat chakra. And chanting specific mantras associated with the throat chakra, such as Hum, can activate and balance it. And repeating the mantra either silently to yourself or aloud during meditation or as part of a chanting practice really does help.
Um, real quick.
Mhm.
I haven't chanted in a while, but there was a period that one of my friends, she practices Buddhism, and she told me about this Buddhist chant and how it was basically like the chant of just like accepting and surrendering to the universe. And let me tell you, I was like chanting that, and all these good things were just coming. Like, so I got to get back to chanting because,
Oh
yes,
yeah,
chants are definitely powerful.
I completely agree. And
Yeah.
real quick, my first exposure to that whole concept was Angela Bassett and What's Love Got to Do with It.
Oh,
And
yes, yes.
I didn't understand it completely then in the way that
Mhm.
like people looked at those practices and religions and spiritual aspects and concepts back then was
Mhm.
still with a little bit of you one of those
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
and now we can live fully in that, and it's not a fringe thing anymore. So if
Mhm.
you really want to meditate, go meditate. It's okay. It's
Right.
nothing to be
Yes,
embarrassed about. Yeah, I had to say that.
yes, yes, yes.
You wanna go next, or you want me to go?
Oh, I can go. So yeah, another way to heal the throat chakra is sound therapy. So listening to soothing music, chanting, or singing can help balance the throat chakra. Pay attention to how different sounds resonate within your throat chakra area and choose ones that feel harmonious and healing. I love that. Yoga poses. Practicing yoga poses that stretch and open the throat area, such as fish pose, bridge pose, or shoulder stand, can help release tension and stimulate energy flow through the throat chakra. I'll have to check out some of those yoga poses.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
that's so that you can like stretch the throat area. Because sometimes I do find myself feeling tense in that area.
That part.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And don't think we crazy, y'all. We ain't crazy. I truly believe that. I know I just came out of left field with that. Sorry. Um,
It's like, don't think we're
um,
crazy.
but for real, like the more perceptive that you are to everything around you, and the more that you're paying attention and listening to others and yourself, your inner self as well, I think that you are more perceptive to the little changes in energy to be able to pick up on things like this. So
Yes,
to
for
other
sure.
people, they'll be like, "What are you talking about?" And to you, you'll be
Hmm.
like, you don't notice that?" Like, you know,
Yeah.
again, these are things that anyone can do, and it takes all of us, myself included, just getting back into
Mhm.
that practice. I really do want to get into yoga. I tried it a few times, and I life changing.
Yeah, yoga is definitely powerful. It's definitely powerful. All right, so breathing exercises, deep breathing exercises such as alternative nostril breathing or the 478 technique can help calm the mind, reduce stress, and enhance the flow of the energy through the throat chakra. Breathing exercises are powerful for sure. I use breathing exercises whenever I'm feeling like a bit anxious, and it definitely helps.
Mm-hmm. Do you know the reasons like behind these techniques of why it does what it does?
I'm not sure, but that's definitely something that I would like to research.
Bet, yeah. It's definitely something I'd love to know because I'm sure there's a whole reasonings behind that. I was just wondering if you knew.
Yeah. All right. Creative expression, engaging in creative activities that stimulate self expression, such as writing, journaling, painting, singing, or dancing, allowing yourself to express your thoughts, feelings, and ideas freely without judgment. Yes, it's such a beautiful thing. Whenever I am feeling like I need to express myself, that's when I just start writing, and that's when the best poems always come to mind.
For real.
Hmm.
Would you have any kind of advice for people that find it hard to do such things?
Like creative expression? Huh. I would say just like as far as like writing, I know sometimes people get like hung up on, oh, I don't know what to write about, or I don't know if I'm doing it right, or just like start writing. Just kind of just word vomit on the page, and you'll be surprised what comes to mind. Like, that's what I do a lot of the time. Like, sometimes I'll just sit there and whatever just comes to my mind, I just write it down. Don't like overthink it. Just free flow with it and allow it to come naturally. I say
Couldn't
that
agree
for
more.
everything, like singing, painting, dancing, all that. Just free flow with it. You don't have to be structured or feel like you need to do it a certain way. Just do whatever feels right in that moment.
No, I agree. I completely
Yeah.
agree. Hell yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
I'll jump back in here where we at. So self-expression practices, uh, practicing expressing yourself authentically in everyday interactions. So speaking your truth, asserting your needs is a big one that I'm definitely getting to the point of mastering now. And
Yes.
setting healthy boundaries in your relationships, which is what another one we had just talked about. Um, so I think these three especially are definitely uh, ones I think are at the core of the throat chakra for sure.
Oh yeah.
So got some stones here. Okay.
Ooh.
Yes. So, yes, working with crystals and gemstones such as lapis lazuli. I don't know if you
That
can see it
sounds.
there. Um, and blue lace agate, place them on your throat area during meditation or carry them around with you during the day. They definitely, and this here, these three are sodalite actually. This is a peppermint.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And then these ones, these are two of my favorite stones altogether. Just the setup of them, the way they look. I absolutely love these two stones.
Those are both
And
lapis.
mm-hmm, they're these are both no, the all three of these are sodalite,
Oh,
and this
soda
one's
like.
and this one's
Okay.
lapis lazuli. This one I generally always keep right at my laptop,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like it's always kept. I don't know. I just feel like it always has elevated my like. I don't know how to explain it.
Like
I don't know how to.
communication.
Yeah, it.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what I had read that told me that I should put lapis lazuli around my workspace or laptop or phone when I'm working. But when I did it, I've done it ever since, and
Makes
I just feel
sense.
like I can't explain why myself. Maybe you can, but like I just feel like it just makes sense and it works for me, and I haven't. Yeah, it works. That's the
It
best way I can
definitely
say
makes
it.
sense. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not crazy.
No.
All right. So this is another big one that I think you and I both love, aromatherapy. So using essential oils with throat chakra balancing properties like peppermint, eucalyptus, I love, chamomile, and lavender, love those
Love
too.
eucalyptus. Oh my gosh. That is like one of my favorite. I love
Yes,
eucalyptus.
and you could diffuse them right in your living room, in your
Mhm,
bedroom, right next to your bed. That's a big one. It's funny because I was talking to my mom the other night about my nose being stuffed up, and she's
mhm.
like, "Get some eucalyptus essential oil and put it on
Yes,
your pillow, under the
yes.
under the pillowcase, so when you go to take breaths at night, And I was like, you know what? That's yeah, perfect.
Or peppermint too. Peppermint's a
Yes.
good one. When my kids are like stuffy, I diffuse peppermint oil in their rooms overnight. It definitely helps.
hmm
Hmm.
Um. Oh, bath water is a big one that I do too.
Oh yeah, bath pudding and
hmm
bath water. Yes, I love
hmm
that.
Uh, now I definitely I put essential oils in, but I'm telling y'all, and nothing beats like the naturals. Just throwing straight up eucalyptus leaves
Oh my
in
God, yes, the
that
herbs. Oh yes, I know.
lavender,
I
like
had
yeah.
like the eucalyptus on my shower head. I had that for a while.
I absolutely love you. This is why you're my friend. Because
It
I
was
don't know
so
anyone else that has
refreshing.
done that and like knows about that. But there really is great health benefits of it because the oils, it's natural. Like yeah, you can
Mhm.
get the natural essential oils in the bottle, cool, but that's still going through a factory and in a process.
Yeah.
You're getting the leaves, the oils from the leaves that get naturally drained from the water to
Mhm.
naturally cleanse your body and help activate stuff. Like
It
yeah,
was so refreshing, like, and you could just smell it, and then when you're taking a hot shower and it's steamy, it's
love it.
amazing. It's amazing. So I highly recommend that.
Bet. Yeah, I did that maybe twice.
Mhm.
And my roommate at the time took it down, and I just didn't bother doing it again. But I swear by that. hmm Uh, this. If you're struggling with persistent imbalances in the throat chakra, right, that significantly impact your well being, consider seeking guidance from a qualified energy healer, therapist, or holistic practitioner who specializes in chakra healing techniques. Uh,
And I am a certified Reiki healer, so that is energy healing. So if you guys have any further questions or like feel like you're struggling in that area, feel free to reach out and I will happily give any advice I have.
that part.
Yes.
Eating a balanced and nourishing diet can help support the overall balance and health of the throat chakra. So while there aren't specific foods that directly balance the chakras, choosing foods that are vibrant in color, resonate with the color associated with the throat chakra, like blue, have properties that support throat health and can be beneficial. You want to run through the examples?
Yeah. So blue fruits and vegetables, such as blueberries, blackberries, purple grapes, plums, eggplants,
Mm.
and purple cabbage. Oh, and blue potatoes. Those are all good ones. Love me some blueberries and blackberries. I never had eggplant, but I definitely want to try
Okay, rewind. So
it.
first off, yeah, no. So first off, I love blue potatoes. I just got done eating some before we had like got
Ooh.
together and started everything. Yeah, blue potatoes are like my favorite. I love blue potatoes. And the ones
Mhm.
that are blue inside, by the way, people, not the ones that just have the blue skin. They have to be blue inside. Um,
Where do you get
Eggplant,
those?
uh, the grocery store.
I never saw those. I don't think I ever saw those. That's so
Um, I
cool.
don't I don't know if they have Weiss down in Florida like they do here, but like I go right to Weiss, they have them there. You just gotta check your grocery store section because
Yeah.
it is kind of like one of those things where I know for a fact Wegmans, you can find them at Wegmans.
Okay, Wegmans. Yeah.
Mhm. Or stores that's like Wegmans. I don't think there's Wegmans in Florida, but there are stores very much like it
Like
that
Whole Foods type of stores
Whole
like
Foods
that.
should have it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have Whole
But
Foods there.
the the taste of the taste of blue potatoes, I prefer the taste of then red potatoes and then the regular like russet potatoes. They
Okay.
inferior.
Yeah, all
And
I eat is red potato. I love red potatoes, but I'll have to try the blue ones.
I think red potatoes go great for a lot of different purposes. So I
Yeah.
absolutely love red potatoes too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and you mentioned blueberries. Love blueberries.
Me too.
Uh, and I think it's the number one way. Like if someone's looking, well, what's there blue to eat? There are blue
Blueberry.
things that naturally grow in nature.
Yes.
And so it just takes a little bit of going around the grocery store in places that you normally haven't looked and saying, oh yeah, oh, that was the last thing I wanted to touch on was eggplant. uh
Oh yeah, eggplant.
I was very skeptical of eggplant for a while. The only thing of
Mm-hmm.
why I was so curious about it was the fact of the color. But
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that when you cut an eggplant open, it's white.
Yes, wait, yeah.
Right. So I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of threw me off. Now
Yeah.
it's it's a great substitute for like chicken or meat.
Okay.
So oh my god, it's so great. Like chicken parmesan with eggplant instead of the chicken.
Make eggplant parmesan. I know people make that a lot. Yeah.
That was my introduction to eggplant, was eating eggplant parmesan from somebody that just kind of, you ever had eggplant parmesan? And I'm like, no, but I've always wanted to try eggplant. Well, here you go. When they sent me home with a packet. So
That sounds delicious.
homemade, oh my God, it really was. And I
Yeah.
have yet to cook it myself at home. But now
Mhm.
that we're talking about it, I think I'm going to. So yeah, I would, my point is, I definitely suggest trying eggplant.
I'll have to
If
try to
you,
veganize it.
yeah,
'Cause
for
with the
sure.
yeah.
Because you've done like meat substitutes with different
Mushroom
mushrooms,
and
right?
walnuts, yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So like you take that mindset and apply it with the eggplant. I think you'll make a bomb recipe and let me know how it comes out.
I will.
Yeah. I know
If
we
I
got off
see
track.
it, I know. Talking about foods, but hydrating foods. Drink plenty of water and include hydrating foods such as cucumbers, celery, watermelons, oranges, and strawberries. Staying hydrated is important for maintaining healthy mucous membranes in the throat and supporting vocal health. Yes, I always feel a lot better when I'm hydrated
That
overall.
whole
Like,
all that makes sense.
yeah.
Mhm.
Herbal teas. Drink soothing herbal teas such as chamomile, licorice root, peppermint, ginger, or marshmallow root tea. These teas can help soothe the throat, reduce inflammation, and support respiratory health. Fatty foods such as avocados, nuts, seeds,
Mm.
and fatty fish like salmon support overall wellness and help maintain the integrity of cell membranes, including those in the throat area. Warm and nourishing soups. Enjoy warm and nourishing soups made with broth, vegetables, and lean proteins. Soups can be comforting for the throat. Oh my gosh, my throat chakra is acting up. I'm not hydrating enough, I don't think. And provide essential nutrients to support overall health. Honey, oh my God, I saw your post about honey and
I know.
how they said it was bee vomit, and that like turned me off.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know it was bee vomit.
I tell people that all the time just to trick them up, but it's true. It's regurgitated. It's vomit. And we consume it. I mean, people consume dairy.
Yeah, I
Think
don't
of it.
eat dairy.
I think of honey as dairy, just from a bee.
I get it. Yeah.
You know.
See, now I'm just
However,
gonna use agave because that like makes me feel disgusted knowing that it's bee honey, like bee vomit. Ugh.
I'm cracking up.
Oh, so add raw organic, at your preference, everybody. Add raw organic honey to your diet as natural sweetener and throat soothing remedy. I would say add agave now, but to each his own. Coconut products. Incorporate coconut oil, coconut milk, and coconut water into your diet. Heavy on the coconut water because I have researched that coconut water is more hydrating for us than regular water, and even fruit juices are more hydrating than regular water. So, yeah, that's important.
I haven't had coconut water probably in about a year, and that's crazy to me. I love
Yeah,
coconut water.
me too. I remember when I went to the Bahamas and they were just like cracking the coconuts open. We were drinking out of it. Oh my God, it was so good.
I
That's where
bet.
that's where I need to be.
You
Just
and me
getting
both.
fresh coconut water. Okay, spices. Using turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, and cardamom in your cooking. These spices have anti-inflammatory and soothing properties that can benefit throat chakra health and overall well-being. And last but not least, avoiding irritants. So minimize or avoid foods and beverages that may irritate the throat, such as spicy foods, alcohol, caffeine, and acidic fruits like citrus fruit and acidic foods like citrus fruits such as tomatoes, especially if you're experiencing throat discomfort or inflammation. That's true. Tomatoes, I like tomatoes, but they are really acidic and they give
Mhm.
me a heartburn if I
Yeah,
eat
and
too many.
there's like yeah, they're good for you, but they're also not good for us. And I think there's
Yes,
the, like, for example, the
and
peel, the skin of
mhm,
tomatoes, there's something in it that our body doesn't digest properly or break down properly, so it builds up, and then we need some other kind of food to counteract it, which in nature our body and spirit knows what to eat and gravitate to naturally, but we're in our
yeah,
society that we're in. So yeah, tidbit for viewers. Yeah, tomatoes great. I love to. I can't get enough of tomato, but I
yeah,
do go through like fasting periods of it because it is
definitely,
acidic.
yeah,
Mhm.
right, right. I feel that. I do too. All right, y'all. So we're going to get into some affirmations for the throat chakra. But before that, I wanted to play a little sound bowl healing for y'all just to set the mood. So
Yes.
this is my crystal. Can you see it? Oh, my crystal sound bowl that I got. So it sounds so beautiful. I love it.
I bet.
All right. So we are ready for our throat chakra affirmations. So you can say these to yourself to help, balance your energy and your throat chakra. My voice is strong, clear, and confident. I express myself authentically and with integrity. I communicate my thoughts and feelings with ease and clarity. I listen attentively to others and honor their perspectives. My words have power and impact. I speak my truth boldly and fearlessly. I trust my inner voice and intuition. I am a creative being and my creativity flows freely. I embrace my unique voice and share it with the world. I set healthy boundaries in communication and relationships. I release fear and doubt, allowing my voice to be heard. I am worthy of being seen and heard. I express myself creatively in all areas of my life. I communicate with love, compassion, and understanding. And lastly, my throat chakra is balanced and I communicate with authenticity and grace.
Ashe.
I love those. Yes, I love those.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take those and put them in my notes.
Mhm. For sure.
So what else? We have the thing, the poem that Chaz submitted, and I have some questions that I will put in the chat for viewers to check out.
Awesome.
Yeah, so why is it not paste, please? Like paste? Don't mind me. Um, I guess it is not allowing me. So when I go to air the episode, then I will put the questions in there. But the questions are: what are great ways to curb habits that take your throat out of whack, right? Like gossiping, for example, or not standing and speaking up for yourself. Um, do you express yourself well? And those were two different questions. And three, are you living in purpose with your words? Do you speak with intention and sincerity? Do you honestly think about as much as you can before you speak? Is it more vivid? Does it more manifest or feel deeper when you do? I think it
Those are
should.
good questions. I might have to journal about those because I like
Thank
those.
you. Right.
Yeah,
And they're questions I'm actually going to be asking myself too and looking deeper into this. So
definitely.
it always these episodes, not even just the throat chakras, but it always prompts me to revisit things that maybe I was done with or maybe I wasn't, but I want to revisit and make sure of, kind of thing. So very appreciative of these topics in the show for sure.
Always constantly growing, constantly evolving. So it's always good to
Okay.
revisit things healing is a journey. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even see I'm not going to do no poetry. Um and just leave the spotlight up to you, like the meditation, the sound bowl, and then Chaz, we good.
Well, yeah, I already did the
um,
sound bowl. I don't have a meditation for today, but yeah, I don't have any poetry
I
for
meant
today.
I meant the mantras, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, we can get into Chaz's poem. So I'm cool
bet.
with that.
All right, sounds good. I know I'm just showing a face like, why is he showing that face? Chaz, forgive me. Shows a little bit of me on my part, but I can't recall what the title of the poem is, and I didn't put it in my notes. And so this is a poem from the Urban Conservative, and please forgive me for not remembering the title of the poem, but when I get the chance, once we have a chance, I will put the title in there for people to know what the poem is. But this is via the Urban Conservative.
So, my name is the Urban Conservative, aka Chaz Neal, and Chantel asked me to do this poem, to write a poem for throat chakra, and I wanted to write to do a poem that dived into the soul of city life, where dreams collide with reality and struggles are met with unwavering resolve. The poem, it captures the essence of resilience, hope, and the pursuit of truth amidst the urban landscape, resonating with the energy of the throat chakra through vivid imagery and vivid words. So here it goes. I call this City Echoes. The heart of the city, where dreams unite, where struggles and triumphs ignite. I roam these streets with thoughts so bright, in search of truth, where souls alight. From urban jungles to the stars above, I paint my lyrics with the ink of love. Words that bleed like the skies above. I speak for the voiceless, what hearts to glove. In the shadows of doubt, I find my light. Through the darkest of days, I continue to fight. For every tear shed in the dead of night, I'll rise like a phoenix, take flight in spite. So listen closely to the beat of my rhyme, for in every verse I echo the time, the struggles, the pain, the hopes that climb, and the spirit of resilience forever shine. Y'all have a great one, man. Peace and blessings. It's the Urban Conservative signing off.
That's dope. I love it.
He's always so dope. Yeah.
I know.
Always given that like triumphant aspect of just it's not heroism, it's just, to me, I see as duty to connect all of humanity, but he has such a raw way of doing it that, like,
Yes, he does.
for a lot of people, I think it can wake a lot of people up. So definitely love that. I do have to go, so I do have to wrap up, but Chaz, thank you for sharing that.
Thank you so
And
much.
I wanted to ask you, because I can always edit this, what your thoughts were on Chaz.
I'm sorry.
What were your thoughts on the Urban Conservative's poem?
Oh, I was like, what? Oh, but I love his poem. I always like how he, I don't know, like the way he uses his words and just like his perspective on things is always so dope. And I like how he reflects back to, his own personal experiences and things that he grew up, going through. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. It's always a pleasure.
Yes, yes. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks, and we will be talking about the third eye. That's a good one. The third eye chakra. Yes. I can't wait to
It's
get
another
into
one, I
it.
think. Right.
Yes. All right. Well, y'all have a good night.
Be well, y'all.
Well.
Circumstantial.
Divine reason.